From jungles to underwater reefs, we've gotten to explore a lot of mini ecosystems with you in our tanks. So let's go through some together.
Hi everyone!
2025 has been a really big year for us here.
We got our first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, got monetized, and learned so much more about new animals, vivariums, and aquariums.
To celebrate the end of the year, we thought we'd walk you guys through all the tanks that we made in 2025.
But first, let us know in the comments if you've made any new tanks this year.
First off, in January, we made this tank for dart frogs and neon day geckos. We started with a 36 by 18 by 36 Exoterra. We made a fan-powered ventilation system and a waterfall to flow into a small pool. We made the background out of spray foam that we carved and coated in silicone, with lots of pots and driftwood sprinkled all over the tank. We planted the tank at the client's house with lots of moss and bromeliads. It's always a treat when the clients stay in touch or have us come by to do maintenance, so we can share how the tank has evolved. Over the last year, it's grown and changed a lot.
The bromeliads have spread along the driftwood and are displaying some great colors. The dart frogs lay their eggs in the bromeliads and raise their tadpoles in the small pool at the bottom. The day geckos stick mostly to the top, but they've had plenty of babies too. This client also keeps houseplants as a hobby, so they've been able to showcase some really beautiful plants in their tank, which has been so much fun for us to see.
Next up, we've got an 18 by 18 by 24 Exoterra we made for a White's tree frog. This has a small waterfall on the right side. We used some large driftwood pieces to make a few platforms, and then we sprayed foam them into place. Then we textured them with silicone and substrate. The star of the plants was this prayer plant, which we've been told has kind of taken over. And here it is. The top is open mesh, so it's a lot less humid than tanks like the dark frog tank. A few people were worried about the waterfall and the plants at the bottom, but the water drains right through the soil to the drainage layer and doesn't really affect the overall humidity much. It's higher near the waterfall versus at the top, so the frogs can self-regulate their humidity.
Our common tank build materials are listed in the description. We get a small commission when you buy using our links, which helps us produce and make these videos. Next up, we made this gargoyle gecko tank. It's an 18 by 18 by 24 Exoterra. It has two walls covered so you can see in from the front and the side. We used driftwood and cork to make lots of ledges and platforms for a gargoyle to hang out on, and left plenty of dark hiding spaces for it to hide away in. Once again, spray foam background. This one was pretty quick.
Next up, we have this 18 by 24 by 36 reptile habitats tank for a crested gecko. This tank is actually a takedown, meaning that it comes disassembled and you build it yourself. The walls are acrylic instead of glass. The client already had a couple bits of hardscape in the tank, but asked us to give it new life. We pulled out some of the old cork shelves and redid the hardscape. This tank has a fan for ventilation using our classic air duct system. You can watch a video on that right here. We covered it with loads of driftwood and cork bark shelves to disguise the fan and give plenty of spaces to climb. Once again, this was a spray foam background, although this is our last one of those for the year. We planted it at the client's house and set up an auto mister. Here is how it looked right after planting. We love it, and we know it'll just get better as these big plants grow in. We got a text from the client a few months later, and it seems like they like it too.
By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, please let us know by hitting the like button and commenting your favorite animal emoji below. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't done so already.
Next up, we did a nano paludarium for some vampire crabs. This is a Zilla 12 by 12 by 18. We put a water pump in the back left, then used cork bark pieces to make a nice cascading waterfall. The soil sits in all these elevated plant pots around the tank, which we covered with ghost wood and cork rounds.
For the background of this tank, we used carbonized cork for the very first time, and we loved it. We just silicone chunks straight onto the walls. We still use spray foam to fill in the gaps in the waterfall. This was also our first tank where we used vinyl on the background instead of Plastidip. We really liked it too and think it gives a really clean and professional look.
Above the water, we had some ferns and other common plants, along with a pitcher plant, which is pretty unique and fun. Below the water, we did some Anubias nana petite, Holanthium, and some other aquatic plants, with some Salvinia minima as a floating plant. We love adding water features, and they always add so much interest to escape. This one turned out really well.
After delivering the tank to the client, he added little minifigures climbing up to the waterfall, which makes the crabs look like giant kaiju. Next, we built a huge 300-gallon tank for some pink-tongued skinks. This one was a wooden cabinet conversion, so we had to do some waterproofing. We painted the inside with a few coats of black pond shield. The glass doors were custom cut and laid on these tracks. We made the walls using the dry lock method.
We took sheets of pink insulation foam, carved them with pink rocks and foam platforms, and then textured the entire background with a drill with a wire brush bit. We added some branches and pots to the walls, then we painted each wall with different colors and shades of tintable dry lock.
We glued in some big hardscape pieces to give plenty of room for them to climb on and got our plants in. Ta-da! Plenty of places to climb, hide, and dig.
Our next build was a tank for a veiled chameleon. This was a 18 by 18 by 36 Reptizoo takedown tank with mesh sides. We used ghostwood branches to make a lot of horizontal branches at various heights throughout the tank for the chameleon to hang out on. We also made jungle vines for this scape to add to the arboreal feel and to help the chameleon move up and down between the ghostwood branches and change levels. We did that by covering plastic tubing with silicone and substrate. We used a laser thermometer to make sure that the basking spot at the top would be the right temperature.
For this background, we used carbonized cork, which was really nice to work with, especially with these mesh sides. Spray foam would have been a nightmare. We made a feeder cup on the side and hid it with some cork. After the hardscape was in, we rinsed it and added in plants. We went with bromeliads as our main plant and added in moss and a few other plants here and there. We hooked up the auto mister and lights, and here it is.
Next up, we made a bioactive vivarium for another crested gecko. We used an 18 by 18 by 24 Exoterra. This was another 2-wall tank, so we left the front and side uncovered. For hardscape, we're using our new favorite hardscape combo of ghostwood, cork, and carbonized cork. We did the outside with vinyl. It was a pretty straightforward build. We added plants, leaf litter, and cleanup crew, hooked up an auto mister, and this is it. We love all the different textures in this tank, and it'll look even better once it's grown in.
Honestly, I might prefer the 2-sided tanks compared to our typical 3-sided tanks because it's really nice to see it from multiple different angles. Our second to last project for the year was our 1-gallon reef bowl for invertebrates. This one got a lot of love and brought lots of people to the channel, so thank you all so much for your support. This bowl has a small pump compartment in the back. We scaped it with some coral skeletons that we found in William's parents' basements, and we found this light stand on Amazon that we think is really perfect for this bowl. We planted this tank with macroalgae, pulsing xenia, and some Duncan coral. The xenia has been doing really well and growing, so we've had to trim it back a few times.
Our macroalgae has been getting eaten by these giant amphipods or scuds, so we would love any suggestions for population control. Overall though, we're super happy with the tank and we love how it turned out. We're thinking of setting up a freshwater bowl too, so let us know if that's something you'd like to see.
Okay, last but not least, we worked on 2 12 by 12 by 18s in December, but we don't want to reveal too much as those videos are going to be coming out soon. But we are going to head into a friendly competition where you will get to decide the winner.
I'm going to be trying to scape a bioactive vivarium for under $100, and Jane is going to have pretty much a blank check. So we're going to see if experience can beat budget.
We'll also make a whole video on our tips for the budget tanks and share both of our builds so you can see for yourself what the options are and which one you might want to do.
And that is about it for 2025. Here is to many more awesome tanks and videos in 2026.
Thank you guys so much for engaging and watching our videos this year. Our 2026 New Year's resolution is to hit 10,000 subscribers. So to help us out, please hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments what your New Year's resolutions are, or if you have any tank builds lining up.
Don't forget to like and hype the video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Happy New Year!
Bye!